Hello there YouTube, this is Simpleton Bits back at it again with Darkest Dungeon 2. Apologies in advance if I sound a bit stuffy. I just got finished eating some amazing fried rice from the boba shop downtown. Hopefully I don't get all sniffly, that would be both disgusting and a pain in the ass to edit. Anyways, going straight off that, down in the comments below, is there a local business that you guys try to, like, spend money at in order to support it? Me personally, I always try to spend around $100 at least supporting local businesses, be it local upstart restaurants or like local grocery stores, stuff like that, local food markets. And there's a boba shop downtown that has, at least they allege, I don't know for certain because I've never been, but traditional Korean entrees as well as, boba teas and stuff like that. So at least once a week I like to peek in there and buy something. And they have something called, let me just make sure that I'm far enough in the video here. Well, we'll get there. They have a fried rice entree that has a whole bunch of pho ingredients. The oxtail, they've got peppers in there, cilantro, all sorts of stuff, and it's just absolutely delicious. And they try to get all of the locals to call it by its name, which would be Pho King Fried Rice. So, owner there's also a little bit of a meme lord apparently and likes trolling people, which you gotta respect. So, we've been playing a whole ton of Darkest Dungeon off camera over the weekend. And so where we are at is we have unlocked companions. We'll talk about those as we get into that. Sorry, Jude Law is talking over me, or am I talking over Jude Law? How dare I? We have been slowly upgrading each of the classes, except for Bounty Hunter. I just recently found out how to actually get him. We'll see if that becomes like something that we do in this video, but I hope to at least one point actually utilize him and feel like I haven't cheated myself. So a lot of these, as I stated before, I was a bit too harsh on it because I was like, oh no, meta progression. And while getting 15% death blow resist over the course of this and other resistances, like even 10% resistance here is a big deal. Especially when you got trinkets that also give you 30%, you can practically make people immune to some effects. Or even the stained relics that give you plus 50. These do allow a lot of people to get up to like plus 50 in a resistance, and then you can just make yourself immune. And you get some death blow resist as well. You generally start at like, I believe it's 50. You can get 6 from how high your light level is, and then 15 here. Actually, I think you have like 66. I forget what the baseline is, but it's quite a bit of death blow resistance. But the rest of the stuff that we're going for here is basically just more min-maxing, like the relics in the game. Like, obviously this one is specific to the Highwayman and it's pretty good, but depending on what your current setup is, it may or may not be good. So, again, probably judge these a little bit too harshly. The death blow resist, the resistances, and definitely their signature in items are probably like the most notable upgrades that you get here. So we've been grabbing these as we go. And I believe not timeless wood, working fields.
The harder they will fight.
We've also been grabbing in items, stagecoach items, and combat items, just a little bit of each time with our spare candles, due to the fact that they do spawn them in the run, but I don't want to spawn so many of them that I can't do anything with them, right? So we currently only have 3 stagecoach slots. So there's no point in getting more than 3 of these unless I just want them for the purpose of having them. And in about 3 more runs, we're going to run out of stagecoach items, so then those are going to stop trickling in. Regardless, after doing all this, we still have not beaten Confession 2.
Into the maelstrom, in search of what hope yet remains.
Maybe some of that is due to us doing all random. Maybe some of that is just, it's difficult. Maybe some of that is the fact that we haven't gotten those resists yet. I don't know. I would probably put it in the get good territory, but we'll see how it goes.
By them.
Also looking at about how long, we'll let Jude Law talk this time.
We had managed to grasp a thread of connective worship that stretched across vast gulfs of time and tribe, but we did not understand it.
The crossroads, a beacon for the broken and the battered.
Huh. Intriguing. We're going to try some weird stuff here. And of course, looking at all this. Defiance, round start, heal 5%. It's something. Nervous, good speed, but chance to gain stress, just 10%, and meltdown chance is pretty high. We got stress in her. Let's see if we can actually get that to go off again. And then combat versus creature gains stress. So it's seeming like the virtuoso here to give people a 15% chance to gain 100% stress resistance is actually going to add up quite a bit. And because of the fact that he is a pacifist and will stress himself sometimes when he attacks, we might have to go into a support role, but it shouldn't be entirely necessary. You having the yips is absolutely terrifying, but at least you won't get moved. That's rough, but we've taken the path here. Oh no, we didn't take this path. We took the path on our Plague Doctor to turn her into a little bit more frontline. It'll give her as much health as some frontliners, but obviously not the really beefy frontlines like Man-at-Arms and Leper, who are just, well, Leper, of course, being like big dumb stats. We're going to see how this goes. But due to the pacing and how many locations that we have to go through, or regions, music got very loud there for exactly 5 seconds.
All the world's horrors barred away.
Due to us having to do 4 regions, and the valley technically counting as a region, and the mountain counting as a region, we're going to plan to do somewhere around 1.5 regions per video. And that should bring us down to like 3 videos a run, which should allow us to get a couple runs throughout a week. Hopefully. I mean, obviously, if we die in the valley, then we're going to uninstall the game. And if we die in like region 1, then, well, it is what it is, I guess. But by playing all random teams, I don't think that we're at any bit of a disadvantage. Probably should have equipped the things that I unlocked last time, though. Would have given us a bit of an advantage here. You're already blind, excuse me. Stunned. Okay. What are the odds of that? Anyways, as I was saying, I've pretty much exclusively been running random teams, and almost every time I'll get to like the last region, like towards the end, either I have to do a layer because due to my pathing I just didn't get to do a layer before, or doing a layer would have been suicide earlier, so the layer itself kills me. or I'll get to like the final cultists and then they'll just absolutely wreck me. Because I think it's a specific cultist fight at the end of Region 4, which would make sense, because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten to Region 4 in, what is it, Denial? Because that's only 3 regions long. Anyways. Okay.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously. All problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
Alright. That wasn't too bad. We gained a lot more stress than I would have wanted.
Sweet
Mostly
reprieve.
because of horror.
Until the next test is put before you.
Anyways, if I'm able to reliably get to near the end of Region 4 with random teams, I like to feel that I at least know enough about the game to be moderately competent, or it's actually just easy and I need to get good. Openly, open to both equally.
There are yet places such as this, where a little light still gathers.
Alright, we have a roast pig. Reduces 2 stress and gives positive relationship to all hero pairs. We're probably going to hold that till later. And what we're probably going to do is either Dismas... Oh, we got 2 steak and spuds. Well, we're going to put those on our frontliners.
Listen, practice, improve.
You were probably going to want point blank shot. And we wanted to do a whole truck ton of damage. We're also probably going to be using a lot of Duelist Advance. Gives us a lot of riposte, some dodge. And we're pretty much going to stance around the Plague Doctor is the idea that we have right now. So I feel perfectly fine putting both of our points into him right now.
Each improvement.
We're going to go ahead and equip all of this.
variable in
T
the
service
equation
plus
of your
6%
fate.
positive relationship chance. We'd love to see it. Increased chance of looting trinkets. Okay. And +1 quantity of produced item from stagecoach items. Well, unfortunately, we don't have any stagecoach item production, but we might be able to look into that.
Advantage is a good thing.
Let's see here. On killing corpses, heal 30 and gain stats. Resistance piercing per Tinker's gear and increased chance of producing items from stagecoach items. Again, not really looking too good. We could do flapjacks, but we don't have enough. Because we don't have the meta progression to give us more baubles from hitting this area. Which would definitely allow us to still not even get this. Keck. Anyways. I'm feeling like we can actually do without laudanum for once. +1 speed per food item equipped and +1 max HP per food item equipped. Man, that's rough. I kind of wish that we did have the flapjacks now. We will take this in hope that we find lots of food. That's the run we're going to go for. And so then if we get any chance of creating food, then we'll probably get rid of the trinket organizer. Because trinket is just by... wait, is trinket... trinket's that. Meep burp. Anyways. Well, actually... but we do that. I think pistol shot is fine. Take aim, maybe. Removes blind on us. Might be important since we have chance to be blind. We have enough people to add mark. I don't think we necessarily need tracking shot, although it does get rid of stealth. It's a bit rough, but I think this is our loadout. And I'm willing to give him the symbol monkey. And you can have that just because. Gain on resist, -2 stress. I mean, seems good. Range skills negative death blow piercing. That seems like really good. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of ranged attacks. It would be on you. But usually backliners don't have death blow resist. Well, if they do, like, I guess you would also be a good, because of point blank shot. Yeah, maybe. Stun resist. I'm torn because this would give you 35, which is more than most people besides the highwaymen. But if you do get stunned, you're going to take plus 50% damage taken. Well, just don't get hit 5 hit. And as far as stress resist, the only person who really can't... I mean, I guess I could give it to you, but then when you stress yourself out due to nervous, this is going to be 2.5% of all turns. Then you're going to take 1 damage. Am I fine with that? Probably, actually. Famous last words. He was not okay with that. Alright. Not end position, provisioner.
Or is the lesson too demanding?
We really don't have to spend on any of this. We do want glimmers, though. And where are we headed?
Rain, fire, and rot.
Shroud,
is there
maybe?
No sanctuary from this madness.
Seems like Shroud is where we want to be.
Spend what you can.
So if we're headed to
for
the
wealth
Shroud,
no longer has meaning.
we might actually want
Indeed
laudanum.
it ever did.
And I think we're going to buy this food ahead of
Something
time.
to ease the rigors of the road.
Seems a little weird, but since we have the rabbit, it gives everybody +1 max HP, which is a little weird to think about, but hey, HP is HP.
The barn
barnacled timbers of the coastal villages are sodden with salt and
Trying to think if we feel good taking the layer here, which I don't think that we do. Not currently, at least. I mean, I suppose we have burst damage, but what happens if Dismas
on the tide, brined in noxious
gets stolen by the
degradation?
boss? If Dismas gets stolen by the boss, I don't know if we have the damage to release him. But if we truly do have all this stress resist, I don't know. It's pretty rough. And that would go through here. We'd be able to get this hero shrine here. What's our visit an oasis? Well, there's an oasis there, which is exclusive from the lair. We might take this hero shrine, this unknown, and then we'll look at where we're at. If we're feeling on top of the world, we might just
Brace up. There's danger on this path.
take on the lair, but I don't think that we're going to be feeling that well.
Echoes of humanity, twisted by hopelessness.
Oh no. The true final boss. Anyways. Anyways.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Yeah, I think in order to keep the time schedule, what we're going to do is we're going to do the layer in the technically the third region. Because then that'd put us at about the time where... What am I trying to say? It would make up for the fact that we don't have the valley or the mountain. It's kind of hard to feel like you can take on a boss this early too.
Chapter 3. Extra credit. By the second semester, her research was at a critical point, and regular supply raids of the university laboratories had become necessary. During one such expedition, she stumbled upon her professor, awkwardly slumped over his podium, a bloody kerchief on the floor. Here, then, was her ideal cadaver, her long-awaited opportunity, and she would not waste it.
Damn girl, you spooky. Requires target HP negative 50%, heal 10%, 10% healed per positive token, remove all positive tokens. Interesting. One thing that I do see though is that this can be performed at a higher threshold and at the second file.
loathing whispers.
This backliner needs to die as soon as possible, but there's not much that we can really do about it. I suppose what we could do bring you forward with damage. You resisted 10%. Well,
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
that is not good. Well, guess we're gonna have to deal with it.
Well done.
Yikes.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Well, that certainly doesn't look good.
A little help impeccably timed.
Well, all things considered, that didn't go too bad. We let the incubator spawn and everything.
The loathing abates. Though decidedly inconvenient, at least we know what's coming.
Pillaging brigands, enriching themselves as the world collapses.
Oh, it's the return of the cannon. Not good.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Well, we might as well deal the most damage. Even though it still has block. Thank you, blind. I'm not too concerned here.
Sweet reprieve.
That was about as clean as
Until
it
the
could have
next
gotten.
test is put before
Not
you.
getting bled by the brigand would probably have been better, but considering that we got it before the second shot, can't complain really. Paracelsus is having a day.
The value of such a view is matched only by its unsettling awfulness.
We will head this way. The academic stash has a shambler's altar. Get this oasis. Probably gonna go on Paracelsus so that she can reduce her stress. And then insistence encounter, yeah, looking pretty good.
An academic's study, full of the forbidden and the forgotten.
The loathing whispers.
Wasn't feeling too confident taking on that that shambler. Considering that one of my good teams almost died to it, I don't think that this team that barely has
A
anything on them
refreshing
right now is going to
commune
be able to do it either.
unburdens the mind.
Let us temper this world's cruelty just a little.
I was hoping that that was going to be food.
Let us hope their desperation can be eased.
Could definitely use 30 light. Not willing to give them any of my no monies. The armor is going to be nice before we fight these cultists too. Oh, there's food. There's more food. Let's go. We get the freezer and we're gonna be set. Freezer and the flapjack machine. All right. Excuse me. We attacked, so our next attack should not deal negative 50% damage.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Did I have 2 stacks of that and just didn't realize? If so, we are screwing up this fight. Oh,
The slow suffering begins.
not sure that's necessary yet.
Collaboration confers advantage. Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
This road cannot be walked alone. Fight through the fatigue. Steady yourself.
Guys are being rude.
A petty hindrance.
Well, that certainly didn't work.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see. The loathing abates.
All these relics aren't really sitting with me. Like, I suppose that I could take this. I don't know, seems like this would probably be better. You lose stun resist though. Every time that I play Jester though, I end up getting a disease that reduces his max health, and then he ends up with like 15 by the end of the run. This is also pretty interesting. Apply on hit vulnerable, apply on miss defense. We don't really have a way of getting past giving them defense though. It's a little rough. Also, I've been meaning to switch this out for a while now. There we go. Anyways, that is Region 2 down. Which is going to wrap up the rest of the run after we do our boring towning here.
The
But in
fire
case
is
you
lit.
guys...
The table is set. The inn awaits its favorite guests.
I'm talking here, Jude Law. Anyways, if you guys think that we are going to do well this run, you can leave down in the comments below how you think that this team is going to perform. Whether it's going to make it to the second, well, we've already made it past the second region. If you think it's going to make it past the third region, the fourth region, or make it all the way to the mountain, go ahead and put that down in the comments below if you want. Also, if you have any other feedback, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down there too. I definitely appreciate it. And with that, we're going to go through the rest of the towning, if you will, here. Sarmenti's hemophobic, so we can't heal him with surgery kits anymore. Dismas has Slugger, so he has a chance to apply stun and has extra crit. That's actually pretty big. When did you get this? That's terrible. Who gave this to you? Oh, that's terrible. Negative 50% trinket prices. Maybe we can actually find something good here.
The next stop is leagues away. Plan accordingly.
Come on, Griddles. Nope. If serrated item is equipped, bleed on hit, and bleed resist piercing. But if I miss, I gain bleed. Apply to attacker when hit. If flame is too high, negative death blow resist. That's pretty good. It's like insanely good. What is this? Melee skills plus crit if medicinal herbs is equipped, plus 50% healing. If first in turn order, you're vulnerable. I don't think that that's going to be an issue. Do we have medicinal herbs? Doesn't look like it. Which means that we won't get the healing given, but the crit is gonna start getting nasty. I like that, and I like the death blow and stress resist. This is also pretty good, just raw crit. But yeah, I don't think we're going to take either of these, so we're fine there. Oof, we actually cannot take both of these, because that would be 55. So we have to decide if this is worth it. I suppose if all we're really doing is getting 10% crit off this, we might as well just get 10% raw crit. As much as I would love to have this for healing given later. It'd be very good for their, what was it? Indescribable medicine, or whatever that was, the one that we just got.
Trinkets
So
and
we'll grab the both of
baubles,
those.
paid for in blood.
We'll grab a cask of brandy. Looking at the food that we'll use, we'll probably use roast pig. We can keep the slime mold in inventory. Two cheeses, one bread, one steak and spuds. Seems decent. Actually, that'd be all of it right there. Yeah.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
Tonight we feast. Alright. Trying to keep items for
Learn
our
what can
rabbit.
be taught, that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
What does this do? Plus healed per negative token. Remove all positive and negative tokens. That is a huge get. I like that better than Battlefield Medicine. Of course, this would remove stuff on us when we get it. Hmm. All right.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn bent on our destruction.
I don't feel very good about us taking Sprawl Boss, but I think that we might be able to take Fodor Boss. It's going to be pretty rough. Alternatively, we could do the Sluice, gain a ton of money. It's going to be rough. This boss isn't that hard, it's just annoying, especially when we don't have very good backline. Sometimes we'll be able to use it, but I don't know, it's kind of rough. We've eaten, so it's a lot easier to do fodder. We'll do fodder.
The tainted crop continues to spread its tendrils of rot and pestilence. While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
Wow. That's huge. My God, they were roommates? Thank God.
Aspiration
I
unites
thought
the
Dismas was
hopeful.
getting with everybody. Point blank shot reduces Al's stress, and this reduces Dismas's stress. This is pretty good. Honestly, with this alone, I'm feeling very good for the boss here. All of a sudden, and so long as our jester can avoid getting debuffed by the boss, I feel like we should be able to do pretty dang well. Anyways, that's going to be for next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the run so far. Again, as usual, if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it comments, questions, concerns, play alerts, you can be sure to leave that down in the comments below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys around.